That's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Up the middle with Brooks here.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
The play fake, now Young. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Third and short yardage, Young. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash.
Folk's kick is good.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Second and a couple.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He's going to float this one deep right side.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
First and 10, Young. He's going to float this one deep right side.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Raiders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The final shot here before break. Smith. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Smith. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. To throw on 2nd down is Young. This is caught by McMillan. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Young looks to throw on 1st down. That's pulled in by Brooks. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll run straight ahead with Brooks.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Young, he's going to change it up. Now they'll change things around before the snap. They'll try and run here with Brooks.
And he's got room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
65 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Young to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Brooks is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
One more time with Brooks.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. Young with it, 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6.
Folks' kick is good.
And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On second down, here's Smith.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he'll take this down to the 33.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Off of play action, here's Smith.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Raiders are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Thielen does a nice job of moving the chains. That's something he did a lot of in 2023, as he was Bryce Young's most reliable weapon throughout his rookie campaign. He not only eclipsed 100 catches, but he also topped the millennium mark for the first time in 5 seasons. He's expecting an even bigger year in 2024.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now 2nd and 4. Young now from the 50. He'll find McMillan here.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Here's 1st down. They run out of the gun with Brooks here.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Once again, it's Brooks.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline to talk over what to do next.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
That is caught.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
On the handoff, this is Brooks.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Well, Bryce and that Panthers offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Here comes 2nd down. Smith's going to throw it.
Flush to his right. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Smith.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Panthers have just about sewn up this football game. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day. And they're
taking it right down Broadway.
Now he's free to midfield. How about this? Racing to the end zone.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead now up to 14. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for Carolina, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home